or the media as a whole, we have a challenge in the sense that you may be invited to a program, and then when you go, they will say only opening. Then a minister will come and stand there, blah, 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 blah. And now the media, you can excuse us. Whatever they will discuss, you may not be in the mood. So you just take the opening remarks and then go and write whatever you heard over there. Sometimes even getting their speech is a problem. That is where you also go and then, I think I heard this. Then you add a spice to it and then you bring it out. So it's also a challenge. I'm saying this because we went for a program and then they were discussing maternal death. It was a critical issue that the media needed to sit in, listen to it well, and then also we do our part. When they finished with the opening, the professor just came in and started, and the other time this happened, a mother died, this could have done to save her life, this. And then when they were, Kofi, do you remember? When they were doing it, they realized that we were there, so they started coming around. Appeal, not the fan coming. It's an appeal. Don't add it to it. But if we don't send those messages out, how will the nurses or those in authority do their part to save lives? So we have a challenge. If you are in the state-owned media and then you punch oil. If you don't take it, you may be taken off air 1 year. So it's a challenge.
Okay. Maybe your last question, and then but it's a good point.
I was very happy when legal and regulatory framework came on the chart. No, there's no broadcasting law in Ghana. No. So civil society organizations and academia. It is not a matter for the media alone. So when you also meet, talk about that. Help us to get the law. When the broadcasting law is there, most of the problems will be off. Now, if I have money and I put up a radio station today, if you are my brother-in-law and you can speak, I just bring you there. If you are my friend, I just bring you there. So everybody calls himself a journalist. This is one of the, and it is not a fight for SLO, you have to support it. And once we put out it is very, very expensive to put up a radio station, print media or whatever it is. At the end of the day, you have to make money. And when we meet here like this, anytime we meet, people blame the media. But let's go out now, and then front page of my newspaper, I write journalists educated on oil and gas, front page, and then Rollins Slash before. You will buy Rollins back before instead of buying the oil. So we are all part of them. So that president, when you go there and that is there, don't buy it. If you don't buy it, this side, you will write on oil and gas. That's a kind example. I have a small radio station on my interest. I do the morning show, local morning show. There's a commercial station there that links with another big station in Accra. I did the so much. I'll go around, maybe out of 30 radio stations, only see 2 people listen to the local program on the assembly. Right? Maybe the DC with the district director of SOS with the people are interested in listening to the and this kind of thing. So if you are in your house in the morning at the father of the house, don't tune to that program, tune in to shout or was. So we are all into that thing. Help us to get the broadcasting law. When it is there, the media will be guided. And I think that is what the other day I think we came up with Jimpa. The biggest empowerment will be to help us to get the broadcasting law. Thank you.
So your closing remarks,
But what is the media commission doing?
They have sent it to Parliament. So many years back. Now, what I can say is talk about broadcasting law.
Yes. What I may sympathize with the Ghanaian media is that it's not motivating enough. Okay? I don't know how you are motivated. Was it that your organization pay you or something like that? But irrespective of that, I will urge you on voluntary what we broadcast or voluntary news from out of your own volition. You should capture something sensational and work about it. What I'm saying is that there's a reporter of CNN and I've forgotten the name. goes on. But he's one of their senior reporters. Yes. Yes. He got it out of when US had disaster. And he was standing by the people. The flood was pushing the people away. Everybody was asking him to move away. He said he wants to die with the people. Just that act alone, he was quickly just appointed as a reporter, and now he's one of the senior reporters. He shared the sympathy with the suffering masses when they were in danger. So maybe sometimes voluntary may help. And then what do we call it? Talking about remuneration, Christian Amampula that is one of the heavily paid journalists in the world because he goes to the dangerous areas. He's always at war fronts, reporting around war areas, and she goes ahead. And such people, I hear their take home is so huge. Those who take up this bold issue of reporting in dangerous areas. So I will just talk about voluntary reporting. Maybe when there's a disaster somewhere, we could just get over there and bring the issue up into the attention of people. Like this child, is it? Yes. You could go to the most affected areas and then capture it and blow it as a story to the masses. Not necessarily capture the thing that was happening there. Voluntary research of those areas. Like, for example, there was a recent issue of a woman who delivered on a bicycle. Yes. They were going to the nearest, they can only go with the bicycle to the nearest hospital. And on the way, she had to deliver. You see, something like this, it's common in the area. So you can maybe try, you can look for sponsorship, try to go to such area and carry out the whole thing and make statistics of it. People would like to read it and all enjoy it. Other than the sensational news, like this is slapping, this or that, or all that, and then among the, what do we call it, the fitters and all those areas, those are the areas, they don't think about their poverty. We'll be discussing these issues that don't help any progress. Okay, so we need to retune the minds of the masses to liking things that are very proactive or that will help us. We have to generate it, something like that, okay? Not sensational news, we have to begin to make them sensational. Instead of there was a paper in Kumasi, is it the Pioneer? The Pioneer? Yes. When it started, they were rural reported. All the news were, what do we call it? Rural news. Like a hunter killing antelope and all that. There were issues about rural living when it started until now that they modernized it. So people were enjoying reading. It was also one that was in English, one was in vernacular. They were talking about local issues in some areas where some sensational issues of a monkey chasing a hunter or this, that. Or I don't know whether the generation at that time enjoyed stories of that nature. So we have to look at this generational thinking and then get news that may meet the generation in such a way that whatever may not sound active or interesting news, we can make them interesting news and all that. And again, I will urge you to also research into international media to know their styles of doing things and how they go about it. And maybe not a replica in Ghana, but as a way of canalize our own interesting things in such a way that they may also want to. Sometimes some of them are also hungry for news from Ghana, only that they can't get access to it. So if we can get into the international arena by research, it will be such that we'll be surprised to know that the things we are doing here are something they can pick on. I never, this Galamsey thing which is destroy our rivers, I didn't see any active, serious media report on that. Apart from the one that were chipping in one or two with the Chinese, with AK-47 killing the Chinese. If we had gotten this to the international arena, it would have saved Ghana a lot. But I don't see what the media did about all these things. Like you could capture pictures of what we call these toxic polluted rivers and whatnot, and they will be made very sensational news at the international level. They are hungry for this news. But even among our own selves, we are not reporting about it. So please, we may go a little unconventional about our reportage and we may get the limelight.
Thank you very much. 15 minutes or you want
Yeah, we take a group picture then we can have